Hey, what's up guys, VGI here. So pretty much in this video I'll be showing you how to change the battery for the Apple iPhone 7. I have the 7 here, so I'm unlocking the bottom screws first. So pretty much be careful to keep the screws safe, and once you do that, just make sure you're just keeping it safe. And then pretty much I need the suction cup. I'm gonna put it onto the LCD. Now before that, I've got a little bit of an allergy because of the hand sanitizer, so pardon me with that. So that's how it is, just gets dry. And now I'm trying to get the pry tool. Like I have the green pry tool. I just love this one, it just gets the job done. And again, I'm going to use a suction cup to lift up the LCD and pretty much, just make sure you keep it properly connected, and then you go on the sides, gently unlock this. I do not have the adhesive connected to this display, as the display is a replacement display. It's not an original Apple display here, it's just a normal display. Now I'm gonna compare the battery which I got to make sure it's an original one, and I see that it's an original one clearly. So we got the really clear version here. So I'm gonna start off with the screws for the LCD, the Touch ID, and the battery. So first off, we unlock the screws. Pardon me for my hand, it's just covering up the, well, there it is. So basically I just remove one of those screws using the tweezers. I love tweezers because it's easier. And then the next part is I just unlock all the other screws, and then sort of like I just lift off the shield with the screw so that it's all in one place, just to make sure it's all together. Just lift it off and pretty much keep it away. And the next thing is we just go about and undo the battery, and then we go about undoing the LCD, Touch ID, and the next part is the microphone and the front facing camera lobe on the top. And pretty much we just go out removing those two screws. I've actually upgraded the screws on this one. Normally an iPhone 7 comes up with the triangular type of top screws. I've seen that, I didn't like them, so I actually upgraded the screws on this one to the normal star, that is Phillips. And we unlock the top of the part, microphone and front facing camera. Now I just wanted to see this case. So pretty much the logic board has gone through a little bit of hit. The original owner, I think he cracked the display very badly. So as you can see, there's a dent on the logic board's heat sink. And the next part is this battery is been replaced because I was searching for the ribbon pull out adhesive cable, and my god, it wasn't there. And pretty much I realized that even the case is not an original case. It's not an original Apple case. It's basically a replacement case. So I tried to remove the battery and it just came off too easily. Let me just show you. Like, I was trying to force it out, and then I was like, oh, I don't need to force it out. So pretty much I was like, as you can see, I'm just showing the part where the ribbon cable actually comes in, because I was thinking of removing the Taptic engine, but there was no need here. I just pulled off the battery, and there it is. As you can see, a 2016 battery, the original battery which came with the phone, and it's a replacement display for sure. I've seen an original iPhone 7 case, and it's not the original case, that's what I can say, but it's an original battery, thankfully. And as you can see, the battery is going through a lot. It's got degraded through time, and pretty much that's how it goes. I tried to use the double tape on the battery, and then thought of using my own double tape. I basically use a different kind of double tape. I use these very basic ones with paper connected to them. The main reason why I use this because when I use the alcohol to remove it, it just comes off. Of course I can use the other one, but I prefer this because it deals with the heat very easily. I've seen that, and I just love that fact. So I'm just going around, checking out if there's any dust. Thankfully there's no dust around. But as you can see near the volume rocker, you have the case, which is, it's not an original case for sure, because an original case is milled out of aluminium. This is just a forged case. That's what I can say. It's not a really original case. So most batteries would actually become wrinkled at the back, and this one was just flat. Maybe the replacement personnel who you tried to do the replacement of the screen actually went through a lot to change it, and pretty much that's what he has done. So now I'm just showing you around the case, which is pretty nice. This is the new battery. It comes in this beautiful plastic. I just removed it off. It's this battery is made in Japan, assembled in China, and pretty much I got this from a case maker in Bangalore, and it's pretty cool because he had this at the time of lockdown time. I just asked him, "Do you have a battery?" And he was like, "Yeah, I have an original battery." And I was like, "Yes, let's go ahead with it." And pretty much, I love the fact that the manufacturing date is on November 2019, which is amazing because you have the latest battery, the best. So this is how I add the adhesive. Pretty much, I just go full on full. I mean, this is how I do it. I don't know whether it's right. I think it's not right, but I love this because it just doesn't move. That's the best part. Because some of my phones, I put it in weird places. Once I did that for an iPhone 6. I had used the other double tape, the 3M, which just connects with the thin layer, and it just moved off. So this is what I use. So I'm just actually adding all the full back of the new battery with the double tapes, and pretty much it's done, I think. Oh yeah, almost done. So there it is. So this is how I do it, and I use a tweezer to actually pull it off. It's actually a paper base double tape. It's quite easy to deal with. That's what I felt. And you can like modify your double tape surface on this, because once you put it, you can just like adjust where you want it to be removed and how you want it to be removed. I love this one. And there's one more thing. In the time of lockdown, it's just too hard to get. So I just got all of these close to my house, and I'm really happy that I got this original battery. So that's how it looks like. As you can see, it's pretty much see-through, and it's paper based with adhesive, and then remove the third layer. Now I'm going to line up this one onto the case. First off, make sure you actually align the connecting leads. So you just connect the battery first. You don't need to switch on the phone, don't do that. Just connect that, and then pretty much align the battery onto the case so that it doesn't move around, because once you stick it, you can't move it around. So the trick is to connect the leads first, and then you go about putting the battery onto the case. So that is how I do it, and it's one of the most simplest ways of doing it, because it just saves time. That's what I can say. And also I try to give a little bit of gap for the ribbon cable of the volume buttons, and the the vibration switch. So pretty much I removed the double tape on that place, and then I went ahead and installed it. So I'm waiting. Okay, there it is. So pretty much I aligned it up one more time, and then sort of got it right. Beautiful. I got it pretty much close, and now I started off connecting the leads, because I wanted to run a test before I actually will make sure everything works, so that I don't need to do it again. So pretty much I went ahead and connected all the leads, but before that I wanted to undo the battery connection. Please make sure you undo the battery connection. Sometimes it can just short the LCD. Anything can get shot very easily. So I undid the battery connections, went ahead with the microphone and the front facing camera first, do that part, and then pretty much going forward, make sure you keep the screws and the heat shields properly, because when you're actually putting this back, it's a real challenge to get it right, because some of the screws are really, really tiny, and sometimes if you have, well, not so dexterity, it's a little hard on this part. So pretty much keep the screws around and just go ahead and make sure you have all the screws close by so that you get the thing done. So I got that thing done on the top microphone and this, and now I connected the Touch ID and LCD leads, the ribbon cable. This is a little trick. When it comes to the LCD, I don't know why in this iPhone 7 it's really hard for it to align properly. So pretty much make sure when you're aligning it up, it just connects properly, because for some reason it just does not make sense. It never connects properly. And then switched it on and it works. Oh my god, I was like, wow, it was just amazing. So right now I'm trying to unlock the phone. Well, not showing you the Touch ID, the passcode. Well, passcode mainly, pardon me for that. Now I just saw the battery health and it was 100%. I was really happy, and it had about 72% of charge. As you can see, I'm really happy the fact that it's got 100% health right now, and it's running really well smooth at this moment. So I made sure I put back the heat shield now. So I make sure you keep the heat shield and screws ready now. Once you do that, you switch off the phone and then add the heat shield and the screws. So I'm just switching it off. There it is. So swipe, that's pretty much it. And then you go around and pick up the heat shield and screws. So everything is connected back. I've connected the battery lead. Everything is sorted. There goes the heat shield. I sort of like start with the screw which is at the center, sort of like the second screw from left, the center screw. I do that one first, gently. It's a little tight, I know that, but this is how you have to do it, because that's how it goes about. And when you're doing this, please make sure you use good quality screwdrivers, because they're really tiny and you can just mess up the logic board if you don't have a good quality screwdriver. Don't overdo the screws. Make sure just it becomes tight. And that's the focus here. And the next one is the fourth screw on the right, and I go about putting all of them. And the last one is sort of like the first screw on the left. So now I do the center screw close to the LCD cables closing part, and now I do the fourth screw that's on the left first. So that's how I finish it up. And now make sure you connect the LCD from the top, and then you close around all the sides gently, and it closes up. Now you put the pentalobe screws on the bottom, and you pretty much tighten it gently, as it's got a duplicate display. Those screws will actually overdo the threading if you do it more than what's required. And you just pretty much close it up and switch on the phone, and there you have it. So there you have it, guys. Pretty much that is it. Thank you for watching. Give a big thumbs up if you did like the video, and do subscribe.